A 6-foot guard, number 5, Fred VanVleet. A 6'11" forward, number 10, Jabari Smith. At center, 6'10", number 28, a 6'7" guard, number 1, at small forward, standing 6'11", number 7, Kevin Durant. Your Houston Rockets head coach is Ime Udoka. With Sonora, Houston Rockets.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Markkanen and Kessler man the post position. Collier out there with Keontae George. And it's Bailey in at the 3-7. And for Houston, in the backcourt, we'll see VanVleet and Thompson. Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. And it's Durant in at the 3. Possessions can't end until somebody grabs a rebound. Greg, two of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball.
Wow, Kessler punishing the rim on that finish.
Durant with it. Bailey picks him up. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. That's going to send Kevin Durant to the line. That's on Ace Bailey. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing.
One of the tough things about Kevin Durant, doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or in this situation off the catch, Durant one of the best, period.
Pass to Bailey. Now Markkanen. Kessler screen on Smith. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Takes a 3. Smith with the basket on the assist by Şengün.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Here's Collier, covered by VanVleet. Bailey with a wide open look. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Plays it up and banks it in.
Let the big fella eat. Şengün just doing his thing down low.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka. He talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Kevin?
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you.
Boy, at his size, Fred VanVleet has to be so crafty on the interior. Defense has nothing for him there.
And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Collier. Three-pointer, Markkanen. Thompson with the rebound. Drives to the hoop. And Thompson and throws it down.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Jazz trail by 6. Outside, George. Markkanen from outside. Doesn't go for him. Houston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Smith for 3. It's good from long range. Smith's got 6.
Smith with the size and lift to elevate above the crowd and knock down jumpers when he gets to his spot. Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's Collier to the inside. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Durant in the corner. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. Keep on guessing. To last week there. You're on the big screen.
For the Rockets, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Smith. And Torrey Eason subbed in for Kevin Durant. Then for the Jazz, Filipowski, he's checked in for Bailey. And it's Williams in for Keontae George. Here's Filipowski. Pass to Collier. Markkanen a screen on Van Vliet. There's the lob to Markkanen. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. They swipe it. Here's Filipowski. Pass to Collier. The Jazz with another miss. Rockets leading by 12. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. No good from outside. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, hard to find a more respected vet in this league than point guard Fred VanVleet. The heady vet will now also guide the Players Union in his new role of president, replacing C.J. McCollum. As a guy who went from being undrafted to an all-star to signing a max contract, he can certainly relate to most every player in the league.
He has come a long way. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Amon will blow right by you.
Now, here's Markkanen. Filipowski in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Collier. Here's Markkanen. It's rebounded by Amen Thompson.
Boy, that is how you protect the rim. That is A-plus defense.
And it's Capella missing.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of it.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Rockets lead by 15. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Rockets leading by 15. Taking a look at the Jazz. Nurkic is out there with Filipowski. Then it's Williams. And it's Hendricks in at the 3 spot. The Jazz shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively.
First personal foul. First team foul. In for Houston, number 20, Josh Okogie.
Back to Williams. And then Williams slams it in.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact.
And the Rockets making a change here. Crawford's checked in.
Number 27, Isaiah Crawford.
And here is Williams. And there's the drive. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
That's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Tate, he's checked in for Houston. Rockets leading by 11. Shepard, the pass to Tate. Those 3-pointers off the mark. The Jazz on offense. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Nurkic. Again, the Jazz score.
Well, you can see on the face-up, Nurkic will drop that midi on you.
Rockets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Here's Eason. Another miss by Houston. Jazz trail by 9. There's the drive. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Houston's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey guys, the Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Tate. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. For the Rockets, KD's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Amen Thompson comes in for Aaron Holiday. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Shepard. And Utah also making a switch. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic. Down low, here's Filipowski, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And people, Doris, talk about the right time for a team to go all in. What goes into that decision, do you think?
Well, first and foremost, if you are having a high measure of success, it becomes about how do we sustain this roster to not miss the window to compete for championships. If you're talented and you're winning, how do you do the best you can to sustain that kind of success?
Aggressive slash from the young guard. George fears no one when attacking the basket.
Şengün against Kessler. And it's sent back by Kessler. To the middle. Here's Filipowski. And he goes in for the dunk.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Here's Durant, daring anyone to stop him. KD.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
Pass to Bailey from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Now, here's Thompson, defended by Filipowski. And Thompson kicks to Van Vliet. Here's the triple. And KD the bucket on the assist from Van Vliet. And it's a 12-point Rocket lead. Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Really clear he should have gone higher.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Stolen by Van Vliet. To the paint, looking for Eason. He gets it there, and he gets the bucket.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Bailey. Connects from three-point range.
3 points.
Bailey's got his second bucket of the night.
With Bailey's shooting skills, you might want to see more of that from him.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. He's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Collier, he's checked in for Utah. Houston leading by 13. Van Vliet passes to Eason. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Eason's got 5 points now this quarter.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
Here's Bailey. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Throws it up high. Out to Thompson. Three-pointer. Kessler with the rebound. Jazz trail by 16. Here's George. Count that one.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now here's Durant. 16 points for him. And it's sent back by Kessler. Here's Collier. And it's Bailey in the corner. It's taken away by Smith. Inside. Stolen by George. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Bailey misses. Rockets leading by 14. Durant kicks to Van Vliet. Outside, KD. Van Vliet on the wing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. From downtown, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that concludes the first half. Houston on top, leading by 14. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
Let's rev it up and get ready for your Pocket Time Arena Entertainment.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Rockets leading by 14. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
We'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. In the backcourt, we'll see Van Vliet and Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the 5. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, guys. Kevin Durant talked about the key to his longevity, and he said just being enthusiastic about the game every day and wanting to get better, that forces you to get in the gym. What you do the most is what you're going to be best at, and if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's how I look at it. Back to you guys.
Truly the love for the game. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Bailey. The Rockets making the shot. Three-pointer, Markkanen. It's rebounded by Şengün. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Here's Collier. Pass to Bailey. George with no one around, and nothing is falling for him right now. Houston leading by 23. Şengün passes to Smith. The 3. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Smith's got his third basket of the night.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
And the Jazz call time here.
Line up Houston, your block crew is on the way.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Kessler, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And here's George, following the three from Jabari Smith. And there's the call on Amen Thompson.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. Markkanen against Smith. Here's Collier, and it's Bailey in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. A three-pointer is right on target. Markkanen's got 5 points so far.
And how about the response by Markkanen? Made 3 on one end, he comes right back for his own team. Love it.
Van Vliet with the bucket.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Here's Bailey. 8 points for him. Deflects the pass. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. And a switcher also for Utah. Filipowski's checked in. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Kessler, and Kessler throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Well, we know the Jazz have been up front. Before you can rebuild, Doris, you got to tear down, and that's what they've done.
And Kevin, that requires extraordinary patience. You have to be willing to trade away veterans who can contribute to winning, and you have to be willing to prolong the process in order to get max returns. But be under no illusions. Losing is hard on everyone.
And no shortage of agility for Bailey. He just leaps up to the rim.
Pass to Eason. A three-pointer off the mark. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. George, no good. Houston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And the basket by Okogie.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Here's Collier. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Bailey misses. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Pass to Okogie. Now Eason from deep. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, Josh Okogie is nothing if not opportunistic. You love creating the second chance opportunity there.
For Utah, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Collier out to the wing. Filipowski finds George. Shoots the 3, buries the long-range jumper. George has got 7 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Stolen by George. Amen Thompson, he's feeling it tonight, and he has been the driving force for the Houston Rockets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Williams. Nurkic is out there with Filipowski. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. The shot by Williams, no good.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Here's Shepard, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
You really like the intensity and focus Shepard brings to both ends of the floor.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Utah with the ball. For 3. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Crawford outside. Pass to Shepard. Rocket 6. Off target from outside. The Jazz shooting here about 46% for the game. Markkanen passes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
That's just about size right there. Big Nurk, get up and get down.
In the corner, Finney-Smith with it. Now here's Crawford. Houston moving the ball around. Easton passes to Capella. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot-blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
Okogie's checked in for the Rockets. Aaron Holiday comes in for Shepard. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for the Jazz. He hits the second from the line. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Filipowski passes to Markkanen. Buries it from 3-point range.
But you can see this team depends on Markkanen to space the floor, delivers with the range 3 there.
And Holiday kicks to Capella. This one for 3. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Well, this is what he does. Find ways to make his presence felt, then this time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
Eason with it. He's guarded by Markkanen. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Come on now, that's easy money.
For the Rockets, Jayshawn Tate comes in for Josh Okogie. And Shepard subbed in for Aaron Holiday.
At the line.
And the Jazz with possession here. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Now Shepard. Stolen by Kessler. Here's Collier. The 3 from George. Offensive rebound. Markkanen. The 3rd shot of the possession finally falls for him. Markkanen's got 5 points now in the quarter. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And it's Shepard missing. The Jazz have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. The tray. Markkanen can't get it to go. Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Finney-Smith passes to Shepard. And the 3 ball is good.
Lethal from deep. Shepard will hurt you from there.
Utah has gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. So for the Rockets, Okogie's checked in for Jayshawn Tate. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Shepard. Here's Collier, and it's Bailey in the corner. Pass to George. Shot clock at 5. Utah needs to get off a shot here.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
The Jazz again can't hit it. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. There's a minute 47 left here in the fourth quarter. Cabela kicks to Finney-Smith. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound, Utah.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Utah. Collier. 2 shots.
That one is off. And the Rockets making a change here. Good on the second free throw.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Rockets.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Houston.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Amen Thompson.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Now, here's Markkanen. Puts up a 3. That shot off.
Boy, felt like he let that possession get personal. Trying to answer back with a 3 of his own there.
Got that one up quick.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point. Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
Adams outside. No good with the triple. The Jazz on offense. Pass to Collier. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler.
In for your Rockets. What? Capella! Shepard.
Crawford outside. From past the arc. That one misses. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, George Bird, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Amen Thompson.